Hello, it's Tracy and Senna, and where we left off previously, I just started the lunge journey with Senna, and we had a very good go button because he's naturally just wants to run away, and I was finding it difficult to find the stop button, and Jenku's advice was to just be really aware of the tension I'm holding in myself. And what I've really learned is that it was almost like a catch-22 because I didn't have a reliable stop button. I was sort of hoping and praying that he would stop. And he's not silly. He knows that something's not quite right. You're holding tension. So now I just really want to show you where we're at with the go button, and well, more importantly, the stop button, and just how when I breathe out, he actually, that's his cue to stop. So I'm just learning so much about you know, what happens then under saddle, and I can really understand him more now, and I can see why I've been running into trouble with the ridden work. And I really feel like this is gonna transform him. I think he's gonna be I hope he's gonna be a different horse and just truly, genuinely find relaxation for his own well-being, because he can do all the tricks, but if he hasn't got that genuine relaxation, then he's just gonna break down, and that would be my worst fear. So let's show you what we've been doing on the lunge, and Jenku, I would love some feedback, please. Thank you. So we'll go trot, good, and walk. Good boy. Look how chilled you are. Oh, good boy. Go the other way. Good traffic cop. Stretch down. So I'm not worried at this point if he bubbles into a trot. I know that I can bring it back easily. There's no worry, and he obviously can read that. Good boy. Nice stretch. Good boy. Beautiful. Well done. And genuinely, I can tell you, my heart has slowed down. Normally when I'm with Senna, I'm always a bit, not sure how it's gonna go, hoping and praying that he's not gonna be tense and difficult and spooking at non-existent things. Good boy, nice. And trot. Good, that's nice. Yes, Baba. Good. Stretch it down. Good. And trot. Good. Nice. And hold that if you can. Good. Nice. Oh, beautiful. That was beautiful. Well done. Good boy. Good. Drop. Good boy. Good. Nice. And canter. Good. Good boy. Stretch. Beautiful. Good boy. Well done.
Thank you, Tracy, for your lovely video with Senna. I have to say that I am very impressed with your progress in the last 2 or 3 weeks. What is very nice for me to see is two things. So first of all, he's now starting to stretch forward and down by himself. So without you doing anything really that one can notice physically, suddenly he's doing all by himself, starting to stretch forward and down, or so it appears. So it's really very good to see that, to notice that, because I think that you've worked really hard on yourself to get him to relax and be able to stretch forward and down. And then the second thing, so these are all the little tells that I look for. The second thing is that he's actually now turning a 90-degree angle and coming to a standstill and looking at you with two eyes, whereas the previous film he was actually stopping at a 45-degree angle to you and waiting, almost poised, ready to go again. And part of that, the reason for him stopping like that was because he wasn't really relaxed. So that you obviously know. But to explain a little bit what is happening physically for him. So if he's not really relaxed, he's not able to uncontract or release his back muscles, and therefore if he's not able to release his back muscles, he won't be able to drop his head and neck. So that in itself is already a good sign when he's trying to stretch long and low by himself. And ultimately, if the back muscles are uncontracted, it's easier for the stomach muscles to do their job, to swing the inside hind leg more forward and under. So that's just happening in the long and low. So then when we talk about the turn, if you again think about the left half and the right half of his body, ultimately for him to be able to make a nice turn and bend through his neck and his shoulders and his ribs and then come to a standstill and face you square on, he has to let go of the muscles on the outside of his body in order to contract the muscles on the inside. So if let's talk about the halves. If he has to let go of the left half of his body in order to contract the right half of his body in order to make that turn, and then obviously vice versa, if you're on the left rein, he has to let go of the right half of his body to contract the left half of his body in order to make a proper turn. And so it's really nice to see how the relaxation is manifesting. And then now that you've trained the answer in hand on the ground, it is possible to transfer this mindset under saddle, because ultimately when we put him inside our invisible box between the bit and the reins and your legs, we're really containing Senna, and that ultimately makes him feel claustrophobic. And the more claustrophobic he feels, the more he's going to go into opposition reflex, the more he's going to fight with your invisible box, which is ultimately not what we want. So now that you've trained him what to do, that he can actually find neutral within himself, it'll be that much easier for you to transfer this mindset under saddle, and you'll see it's going to be a very, very different horse underneath you. So you've really worked very hard on yourself, and I'm very, very impressed with the work that you've put in on him. So thank you so much for sharing this video. I really appreciate it. If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask, and I'm really looking forward to your next video.